Today's project is getting these bunks cut back a little bit to allow me to put these bow protectors on. According to the instructions, you can't have them sitting on a bunk, so I'm going to cut this back enough to where it doesn't interfere. Hopefully it won't give me any problems when hauling the boat. Don't think it will, but I've got to get the boat off the trailer to do that, so that's what we're going to do today. And here are the protectors I'm going to put on. This is the front. I think what I'm going to have to do is, so this can make this sharp radius curve on the bow and not wrinkle up, I may cut these off, wrap that around, and as it goes back under the hull, go ahead and just do kind of a chevron pattern going out underneath the hull. And on the back side, you can see where I've ground these down, so if I'm backing up, it will slide up on that. Keep it from hanging on things. Hopefully, it should last. Should last a while if I get the hull done right. This is let's see, what brand are these? This brand. So we will see how they work. Okay, one more mod. It was hanging up on this, so I put these real slick plastic plates on here, and I hope those bow protectors will slide on that. I tested them at home and they slide pretty good on it, but this will keep it from hanging on it and hopefully jump right over that edge. We will see. So that worked out pretty good, cutting those down. That will allow me to put these this shield strip on here and it not be resting on the bunk. Most of the weight is on the outside of this anyway. At least I don't have to jack the boat up and do any of that crazy stuff. Whew, okay, I'm getting them on, but what I had to do is I had to split these because it could not make that turn without wrinkling. You can see after cutting it here and coming around this radius, that's how much slack was in that. So it just rippled down there. So basically what I've done is I got two separate pieces right here on the very bow, and I had to do the same thing on this side. You can see there where I did this one the same way. Anyway, I think that will be effective. This goes back to about right where of course I don't have any protection out here on these outer edges, but I think this will be enough to get me up onto, if I want to pull up onto a concrete ramp, it will be enough to lock it in right there on the bottom. I'm not going to be hitting it too aggressive. So this worked out great. Give me plenty of room to get these on underneath there. So far so good. Hopefully they'll stay on there for a few years. Here's what I was talking about earlier, about not being able to make that curve. This is before I've cut it. So what I'll do is I'll cut it down through here, shape this, cut this off down here, and then put this back. But that way it can do the radius like that over there. I'm gonna have to, I'll have to put a little bit of caulking on that where that seam is. Shouldn't matter, it's there for protection. If it stays on, that's all I needed to do, but I sure didn't want those wrinkles in it, so that's the only way I knew to do it. I think it'll help. And one thing it will help do is if we want to soft dock into sand and gravelly area, protect this front part, I think that'd be great. we're going to not dock here, but pull up on the ramp. I think I'm going to go to the port side of this because that dock's hanging out a little bit. Here we go. First test on concrete.
Let's see where it ended up there. Did it latch?
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great.
I don't think the hull got on it, did it?
Huh?
I don't think the hull got on the ramp.
I don't think it did. No, there's no way for it to get on there.
I bet that's slick. Ooh, yes, that's slick as ice.
What a tanker. A cargo. So we slid up on this concrete ramp and done real well. This is going to make it a whole lot nicer to be able to pull up on a ramp like this and get out. Yeah. Piece of cake.
Yeah, I don't think as we're traveling along the water that we need to strap that down with anything.
And then that little ladder is going to be perfect.
Well, I like we got carpet in there.
That's pretty sandy right in there.
Yeah, there's some rock right in there.
And here they are after a 1,000-mile river trip. They held up real well. I was real pleased with them. Only issue I have with them is it does make it a little bit harder to get the boat off and on the trailer because this stuff is really sticky. And when it hits this first part of this bunk back here, it clings to it like it was hitting Velcro. So have to get the boat a little bit deeper in the water before I can launch it. But other than that, I'm happy with them. The sealant I used around these is Sikaflex 221. This is black here. I use this on something else, but I used white on this, and it holds up real well. I was really pleased with it. So it's still on there good after being in the water for a whole entire month and then being abused at other times. Yeah, it's working out good.